This is Darwin to Jesus. Welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to be talking about free will and determinism. It seems that lately many people are rejecting the concept of free will and embracing determinism, and I believe this is a huge blunder, and I want to explain why. If you enjoy this video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe to help this channel grow. Now let's get into it. So the argument I'll be making is pretty straightforward. I'm essentially going to demonstrate that determinism is self-defeating, and a self-defeating belief is a belief that undercuts itself. I'll say more about this in a moment. The formal syllogism for this argument is: Premise 1. The belief that none of our beliefs are justified is self-defeating. Premise 2. If determinism is true, then none of our beliefs are justified. Conclusion. Therefore, determinism is self-defeating. Let's talk about the justification for premise 1. A self-defeating statement is a statement that invalidates itself. Examples of these are things like, "The truth is that there is no truth," or "All the claims I make are false." These statements undermine or invalidate themselves and are irrational to believe because of their contradictory nature. The statement, "None of my beliefs are justified," is likewise self-defeating because it is self-referential, meaning that the statement refers to itself because it is also a belief. But if the statement is also a belief, then it must also be an unjustified belief. And if a belief is not justified, then it is irrational to believe it. So we should not believe that the statement, "None of my beliefs are justified," is true. Therefore, the belief, "None of our beliefs are justified," is self-defeating. Now let's talk about the justification for premise 2. If determinism is true, then all events, including all human thoughts, beliefs, and actions, are determined by preceding causes and conditions. But if all of our thoughts and beliefs are not chosen freely, but are instead predetermined, then it is not rational to believe that any of our thoughts and beliefs are true. To be rational means to use logic and reasoning when forming beliefs. However, determinism means that our beliefs are predetermined. We did not come to believe in propositions by using reason or logic, and there is nothing we can do to change our beliefs. Either we are determined to change them or we are not. All our thoughts and beliefs are entirely outside of our control, the same way a rock rolling down a mountain has no control over where it ends up. To illustrate further, imagine if I said that all of my beliefs were determined by a coin flip. For every proposition that I come across, I flip a coin, and the coin decides if I believe the proposition is true or false. Heads true, tails false. I don't think about the proposition, I don't weigh the evidence, I just flip a coin. The outcome of the coin is not determined by reason or logic, but only by the laws of physics and chance. If all of my beliefs were determined in this way, would I be justified in thinking any of my beliefs were true? Of course not. If determinism is true, then it means all of our beliefs were not determined by any careful thought or reasoning, but rather all of our beliefs are determined the same way that coin's outcome is determined: pre-existing conditions, physics, and chance. What this means is that if determinism is true, then all of our beliefs are unjustified, meaning not rationally held. So if determinism is true, then none of our beliefs are justified. In conclusion, determinism is self-defeating because it means that none of our beliefs can be justified, which is a self-defeating belief. And because determinism is self-defeating, we should reject determinism and any worldview that is deterministic in nature. So that's the argument. Honestly, the idea that we don't have free will is totally counterintuitive to our fundamental human experience. Who here doesn't in any way believe that they have free will? Who here doesn't think that humans are in any way responsible for our own actions? Determinism is nonsense, and this is what happens when you reject God. You end up with nonsense beliefs that lead to absurdity and contradiction. Anyway, that's all I had for this video. I hope you learned something, and be sure to share this with your friends that are determinists. If you have any questions or rebuttals, then please leave those in the comments, and have a wonderful day. God bless.